Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Squills here, and today we're going to be talking about something a little different that I've been trying out myself in ranked. Obviously it's rushing, as you can tell from the title. Now rushing I think is usually seen to a lot of people as just like something mindless you do maybe to practice your aim or if you're like pub stomping people. But I think if you do it right, it can be really something a lot more, and it can help you win rounds that your team wouldn't have won anyways. So I've come up with 3 steps to rushing, and they are planning, droning, and then I'm giving some tips about your execution. So step 1 is planning. So anytime before the round, you want to think about what objective they're going to defend, and you want to think about like the typical defensive setup on that objective and where the weaknesses are. So how can you get close to the objective where most people won't put that barbed wire or some of their gadgets that would alert defenders to you where you are, maybe like a goo mine. Where are they not going to be looking or not going to be expecting people to push that early in the round? Step 2 is droning. Droning is not super important. A lot of people, because they know they're not going to be using their drone, will just run it into the objective and spot the bomb and try to ping all the enemies. This is, to me, unnecessary. A lot of people in the lower ranks, like silver and gold, will use their drone for this anyway, and it's a bad habit. But I think even if you're rushing and you're not going to be using your drone, maybe set up a rotational drone that covers a large part of the map. So if you die, then you can watch it and you can call for your teammates when enemies go through this area. Or maybe you can just put it in a room near the place where you're going to enter the building for your rush, so that in the prep phase you can check to make sure no one is going to be there when you enter the building. So the third part is execution. Most people, when they rush, it's a rush, so they'll just shift W right up to the objective. I don't like this. Once I'm getting close, I like to just take your finger off the shift button. Just like slow walk, whatever. Have your sights up. Be ready for gunfights that you know you're going to be getting into when you're near the objective. A lot of people will just sprint until they see someone, then they'll stop sprinting, get their sights up, and shoot at them. This is just really slow, and if anybody is even mildly prepared, they will be surprised. But this gives the enemy a chance to get their sights up as well, so it basically puts you in a heads-up gunfight. I would rather be going a little bit slower as I'm near the objective, not alert the enemies with sound, and also be prepared for gunfights to turn them from heads-up gunfights into easy picks. And the last part that I'd like to talk about before I get into some other stuff about rushing is most people, when they rush, are just going to full commit. They're just going to keep on trying to kill people until they die. A lot of times, once I get a couple kills, I'm just going to fall back. Like, let's say I push up some stairs into an objective, and I kill 2 people, right, as Ash. Why would I keep pushing in when the enemies, now after I've gotten these 2 picks, definitely already know that I'm in sight, or they know where I am, and they're going to be pushing and killing me? And since I know that there's going to be at least 2 or 3 people on site, there's going to be multiple people in my area who know where I am, whereas I might not know where they're coming from. So why keep trying to get into fights knowing that they already know where you are? I like to just fall back and keep the maybe 5v3 advantage that I've already gotten and just push from somewhere else and help the team. Alright, now we're going to move on to some examples of good rushes that I've done and that I've come up with. Again, I'm going to talk about more in some other videos. But on Border, when you're attacking Armory Archives, which is the main site on Border upstairs, what I like to do is I spawn west vehicle exit. I go through the main entrance and I go right up the main stairs, and then instead of going through the metal detectors, I'll hop into small office, and that will get me some easy kills, because then I can peek 2 ways. I can go peek towards archives. Maybe there'll even be someone in small office that I can get an easy kill on. But I first peek towards the bunker in half wall, and then I'll peek towards archives, and that'll usually get me some easy kills because you are right in the heart of the objective pretty easily. For Skyscraper, when you're attacking T-Room, which is upstairs, I like to spawn helipad, Try your best not to get spawn peeked. This is probably one of the worst spawns in the game in terms of how easy it is and how common it is for the defenders to spawn peek, so be careful about that. But I enter in bathroom, and I'll just run around and go up the main not the main stairs, the back stairs. And that will get you some easy lines of sight into tea room, into the little cubby corner where people like to sit, and to anyone rotating through the hallway. And for the last one I'm going to give in this video is on clubhouse. If you're attacking the basement, I either spawn in warehouse or main stairs, or main gate, excuse me, and I will go into garage either by the garage door or by putting a hole in the garage wall and dropping down into oil pit and pushing into blue. I've had pretty good success, pretty high rate success, like not really ever getting any resistance on any of these, at least in my rank. So finally, rush strategy. When should you rush? I only like to rush on sites that are difficult to win normally. For example, the first site or the primary site on most maps is going to be pretty hard to win as an attacker. So if I rush and I succeed, then maybe I'm giving my team a win that they normally would not have gotten. Whereas if I rush on a second or third site that I know attack will usually win, then if I die and the rush fails, even if it's a rush that I think will work, even if it doesn't, then I'm putting my team at a disadvantage, and I'm maybe losing a round for my team that they would have won anyways. So the second thing that I will say, and I think this is most intuitive for most people, is don't do it all the time. The idea of a rush is to try to catch them off guard, use the element of surprise to help you win gunfights that the enemies aren't prepared for. So I will cover more rush topics in other videos, but for now, that's it. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all learned something and enjoyed the video at the same time, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.